Good evening. If you're watching this video, then it's very probable that you're considering buying the Westmark Germany handheld quick step stainless whisk. Um, as is often the case, I received this product free for the purposes of review, but despite that, I'm going to be honest about it because I buy stuff on Amazon too, and I certainly don't want to get taken for a ride. So when I looked at this thing initially, I was a little bit skeptical. Just kind of, playing with it in your hand. So you push in, and as you push in, the tines kind of wind up, right? So there's a spring that's coiled in the handle. Then you let it out, and the spring obviously unwinds. So you get this sort of back and forth springing motion. Just kind of playing with it. It doesn't make a lot of like why. I don't. What is this thing supposed to prove? But I took my skepticism and I thought, well, okay, let's actually try it in a bowl. And I have to say I was fairly impressed. You notice the tip there, the little tip, is longer than the tines. So in a real situation, it's going to make contact first. And so if you just sort of balance it here and you push it back and forth, that sucker really does get going. So from a functionality perspective, that's pretty clever. So I would never have expected, because I've never seen one of these before, but I think this really could feasibly be a handy, quick way to whisk things. Likely you've got more experience with it than I do, but in general, it looks to be very effective. The only concern, if you get too close to the side of the bowl, you're going to start climbing, but you just gotta make sure you position it, and it's sticky enough that it's going to stay in the same place. So I can imagine that being pretty handy. I don't tend to whisk things myself, but to those of you who do, there's a lot of potential there. So moving on from the practicality, I guess, of it, it seems very well constructed. The tines do move a bit, but they're all cemented into the hub here with some sort of epoxy. I do worry a little bit about maybe food collecting in here, depending on what you're whisking. But that'll be something I'll just have to be careful of. Also, the handle seems fairly well made. I think it'll be okay, but there is somewhat of a concerning crackling sound as I'm playing with it just a little bit. I'm sure it's fine too, but if there's a point of failure, it's going to be in here. This little spring is going to have a problem. I don't have any reason to suspect it, but it's just under normal circumstances, it's very smooth, and the only sound I can hear is out of the bowl. So I think it's a solid unit, and it's certainly clever. I'll give it that. So at any rate, I hope that what insight I can offer you is helpful. If not, please leave me a comment. Let me know what I should have said that I didn't. And until next time, happy shopping.